Let's have a real conversation, heart to heart. Have you ever sat at your kitchen table, looked at your banking app, and felt a genuine sense of confusion? You've been working 40, 50, maybe 60 hours a week. You're tired, you're showing up, you're doing the right things. But when you look at that balance, the math just doesn't seem to add up to the effort you're putting in. It feels like you're running a marathon on a treadmill. You're exhausted, sweating, and pushing your limits, but the scenery around you never changes. That's not a personal failure. That's lifestyle creep, and it is the most sophisticated silent killer of dreams in the modern world. It's a psychological trap. You get a 5% raise at work, and before the ink is even dry on the paycheck, your rent goes up 6%. You finally pay off a small debt, and suddenly your car's transmission decided it's finished. It's a cycle designed to keep you in a golden cage, working harder and harder just to maintain a life you're too busy to actually enjoy. You aren't building a life, you're just financing an existence. Why weren't we prepared for this? Think back to your time in school. They spent years forcing us to memorize the quadratic formula, the names of obscure kings, and how to find the area of a trapezoid. But did a single teacher ever sit you down and explain how a high-yield savings account actually works? Did anyone show you how a 20% interest rate on a credit card can turn a simple $50 pair of shoes into a $500 mountain of debt that follows you for a decade? The system taught you how to be a world-class employee, how to show up on time and trade your hours for a check, but it left you completely defenseless when it came to keeping that check. You were trained to be a pass-through entity. Money enters your account from an employer and immediately flows back out to a landlord, a bank, a subscription service, and a grocery store. You've become the middleman for your own money. You're doing all the work, but everyone else is getting paid first. I reached my breaking point exactly 1 year ago. I realized I was successful by society standards, yet I was one bad Tuesday away from total financial collapse. I was tired of the Sunday scaries, that heavy, sinking pit in your stomach when the weekend ends, and you realize you have to go back to a job you might not love simply because you literally cannot afford a single day of unemployment. I realized that if I wanted a different result, I didn't need a more restrictive budget. Budgets are just money diets, and like most diets, they fail the moment you get stressed. I didn't need more math. I needed a system. I needed a machine that would make the right decisions for me so I didn't have to use my willpower every time I saw a sale sign. I needed to stop being a passenger in my own economy and start being the pilot. That's why I built the 3-account trick. It changed my life in a year. I'm going to show you exactly how to wire it up so it can change yours too. I'm not here to give you more financial advice that sounds like a textbook. I'm giving you a blueprint for a machine. This is the 3-account trick. This is exactly how I went from being one bad Tuesday away from a crisis to having a life that feels completely automated and secure. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how you structure what you earn. Most people have one giant bucket where their paycheck lands, and they just hope there's something left at the end of the month. That's not a plan. That's a player. To win, you need to give every single dollar a job before it even hits your pocket. You need 3 distinct accounts at 3 different altitudes, and you need to wire them together so they run without you ever touching a button. First up is your spend account. This is your ground level operations. This is for the rent, the electricity, the tacos, and the gas in your car. It's the money that keeps your life moving today. But here is the trick. You only spend what is left in this account after you've already fed the other 2. You don't see what's left at the end of the month. You decide what's left at the beginning. Next is your save account. This is your fortress. This isn't just a savings account. It's your peace of mind insurance. This account turns life-altering emergencies into minor inconveniences. It stops the Sunday scaries dead in their tracks. Finally, we have the grow account. This is your freedom fund. This money isn't for spending, and it's not for emergencies. It has one job: to go out into the world, find more money, and bring it back to you. This goes straight into index funds. We aren't trying to beat the market or gamble on the latest meme coin. We are harnessing the power of compound growth, the 8th wonder of the world. Every dollar you put in here is a little soldier working 24/7 to buy back your time. But here is the most important part, the part that makes this actually work: automation. If you have to manually move this money every payday, you will fail. Your brain is wired to spend. Your system must be wired to save. You need to set up a recurring percentage-based transfer the second your paycheck hits. 10% to save, 10% to grow. Don't think about it. Don't look at it. Just let the machine do the heavy lifting while you go out and live your life. After 1 year of using these 3 accounts, my life felt completely different. I wasn't a passenger anymore. I was the captain. The stress was gone, the growth was automatic, and for the first time, I felt like I was winning a game that used to feel rigged. You don't need to be a math genius or a Wall Street wolf. You just need a system that's smarter than your impulses. This is your money adventure. Build the accounts, set the automation, and start your journey today.